If you really want to get the party going this Christmas, you'll definitely want to learn All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey on the piano. In this video, I'll be walking you through how to play this song for yourself so that you can share it with others this holiday season. Let's go. All right, so today we're going to be in the key of G major. So you see we only have one sharp there, which is going to be our F sharp, but you will see a few accidentals here and there throughout the song, so keep an eye out for those. We're going to start here with this little xylophone intro section, and there are chords here, but it's really just going to be one note, and I'm going to start with a G, okay? And then in the left hand, you're going to go to an E, then go down to a C, and then D, okay? So just basically those are the four chords, G, E minor, C, and D. And then the little melody on top is going to sound like this. Okay, putting that together with the left hand. All right, that's going to be our xylophone intro. Now, getting into the next part of the intro where Mariah Carey actually starts singing, this part is going to be kind of free form playing. You're just going to be playing one chord, you know, as she sings each part, and not too much movement. So it really helps you just focus on the chords, which is nice. Okay, so we're going to start here first with our G major chord. So I'm just going to play a G in the left hand and then B, D, and G in the right hand. Okay. Next, we're going to just change the left hand and go up to a B. Right hand's going to stay the same. That's a G over B chord. Okay. Continuing, next we have our C major chord. So C in the left hand, C, E, G. And then we'll go up to a C minor chord, C, E flat, and G. That's an accidental there. And we'll play that E flat in the left hand as well. C over E flat, C minor over E flat, excuse me. Let's keep moving on to the next line now. We're going to go to a G chord again, but in the left hand we'll play a D, okay? B, D, and G again in the right hand. Then we're going to go here to a B7 chord. B in the left hand, A, D sharp, there's another accidental, and then F sharp. Okay, B7. E minor, so E in the left hand, B, E, and G. And then we're just going to kind of drop these down to E flats. Again, we played this one before. C, E flat, and G in the right hand. So that's a C minor over E flat. And then this last line here, keep on going. G over D, just like we started that last line. Here's a new chord. This is going to be E7. Okay, so E in the left hand, B, D, E, and G sharp. Okay, another accidental there, not in our key. Almost done now, let's keep going. Go to an A minor 7 chord, so A in the left hand, C, E, and G. And then lastly, we're gonna go to a C minor 6 over D chord, okay? So D in the left hand, C, E flat, G, and A. And that's kind of that funky little chord that we hear at the end of all the verses and chorus, and it really has a kind of tension sound there, but it brings us back to our G chord, okay? Wow, that was a lot, I know, okay. I'm not really trying to overwhelm you here, but we just have a lot to get through today. So if you need to review those chords, definitely feel free to rewind, slow the video down if you need to. Take your time, make sure you get it down here first, because in the next section, it's gonna be going a little bit quicker, and it's actually gonna be a lot of these same chords, okay? So now let me show you how these chords kind of fit in with the lyrics, because the timing's a little bit tricky. Like I said, it's kind of free during this section. So let's look at that. Starting on our first line there, we sing, I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Second line now, I just want you for my own. Change on own there. More than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. And then we go to our G chord, which is going to be this section we're going to look at right now. Okay, so this is just a little transition that's going to transition us from the intro to the verse, but you'll see it a few other times throughout the song, pretty similar later. So this transition, Pretty simple. We're just going to start with a G chord, so G, B, D, G. Go down to an E minor now, E in the left hand, B, E, and G. We're going to keep going down now to a C chord, C in the left hand, C, E, and G. And then I'm going to keep this C chord in my right hand and play a D in the bass. C over D, okay? Okay, the transition again, G, E minor, C, and C over D, okay? And in the real song, this part is played really quickly, like super fast, like with like some triplets and stuff, so feel free to play that if you want, but if you want to just kind of slow it down, just play like quarter notes, you can do that too. Okay? All right, so now let's get into our verse. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and you want to see more Christmas piano tutorials, check out this link and let me know down in the comments if there's other ones that I haven't done that you would like to see as well. So the verse and the chorus actually kind of flow together, but I'm just going to break it up into two separate sections to make it a little easier to break down right now. So the verse is just going to be these first two lines. And these first two lines actually use this same chord progression that we kind of used at the start of that vocal intro, okay? So again, those chords were just G, G over B, C, and C minor over E flat, okay? We've played these all before. The only difference is I'm dropping the left hand down an octave instead of being here. I'm just dropping it down one, and that kind of sets the verse apart, lets you add a little bit more energy to this section, which it definitely has, okay? Okay, so starting on our G chord, we're just gonna play eighth notes here, and we're gonna do that for two measures. So that'll sound like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? Going on to the C chord, we'll just do one measure, 2, 2 and 3 and 4, and same with the C minor over E flat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now the left hand is going to be pretty easy. I'm really just going to be playing on the downbeats of each measure to match with those chords. But I do like to play a little bit of a walk-up that you hear in the original song in the bass part, and that kind of sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's all it is, okay? Second line, you're just gonna repeat that exact same thing, going back to the G, and go through that progression again. That's kind of the verse part. All right, so now we're gonna be moving into the chorus part here, and the chorus is where she's singing, I just want you for my own. And this part is actually gonna be using a lot of the same chords that we used in the intro part, so go back to that part if you need to relearn the chords, because I'm gonna be going through them pretty quickly here, okay? So there's kind of two lines here that we have to learn. So the first line, G chord we'll start with, then we're going to go to our B7, again, just like before, but instead of playing it up here, I'm just dropping it down an octave, okay? We'll go to our E minor, and then C minor over E flat. Second line now, G over D, E7, A minor 7, and C minor 6 over D, okay? And then there's going to be another transition after that. Okay, but let's look at how we're going to play those in time here. Now again, we're going to be playing these chords on every eighth note here in the right hand, but the timing of each chord changes quite a bit. So let me just kind of count through and play it at the same time, and you can kind of match up with that, okay? So that'll sound like this. I'll play it a little slow for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Okay? And kind of matching up the lyrics with that section, so that sounds like this. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Okay? And this last section here, kind of the end of the chorus, another transition a bit. Okay, very similar to the transition we played the first time, but the only difference is instead of the C chord, I'm gonna play an A minor 7 chord, okay? A, C, E, and G. Okay, so let's go over those chords. G, E minor, A minor 7, and C over D, okay? And that kind of transition us back to the start of the verse again, or if we're going through the chorus the second time, that'll transition us to our bridge. And let's take a look at that bridge now. That part's where she's singing, "Oh, the lights are shining so brightly everywhere." Okay, so here we're gonna start on a chord that we've actually played before, but kind of in a new order here. Okay, so we're gonna start with a B7 chord. So B in the left hand, and then A, D sharp, and F sharp here. Okay. All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere. We're gonna go to an E minor chord again, okay? We've played this one before as well. E, B, E, and G. Then we're gonna just repeat those chords. And the sound of music there fills the air. Okay, whatever those lyrics are. Okay, next line. We're gonna go down to a C minor chord, okay, over E flat. We've played this one again before. C, E flat, and G there. Keep walking down now to a G chord over D, D, B, D, G. And then we're gonna go to an E7 chord. This part should actually be very similar to the chorus, even the timing here, okay? E, B, D, E, and G sharp. Last couple chords here, we got an A minor 7 again, A, C, E, G, and then that C minor with the 6 and the D in the bass. C minor 6 over D, okay? And singing a little bit of that part, that sounds like this. Oh, the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I can hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really love? Won't you please bring my baby to me? And then you go back into the verse and chorus part. I just want you for whatever. That pretty much wraps up this song. I know that's a lot and that's probably overwhelming at first, but focus on the chords first, okay? If you can kind of get that intro part down at the start, you'll see that lots of those same chords are really used throughout, and there isn't really much else you have to learn other than that. It's just kind of figuring out the timing for the different sections and when to play each part. But I really hope you did enjoy this video of All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. If you did, you can support by leaving a like. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed it or if you have another song suggestion. And hit that subscribe so you can see all my videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.